his dragons balls ablaze, and as I stepped into his cave, then I sliced his fucking cockles with a long and shiny blade. 'Twas I who fucked the dragon, fuck-a-licing, fuck-a-loo. And if you try to fuck with me, then I shall fuck you too. Gotta get it on in the party zone. I got to shoot a load in the party zone. Gotta lick a toad in the party zone. Gotta suck a shout in the party zone.
In a world of uncertainty, where movie theaters are plagued by remakes and sequels, in a world where big budget movies can still suck, in this world we have the Blockbuster Buster. Greetings, fanboys and fangirls. I'm Erod and I'm the Blockbuster Buster. In his efforts to stop me from being a TV addict, my dad encouraged me to read a lot of books when I was a kid, and one of the series that I do remember fondly is Gulliver's Travels. Crafted by writer-slash-clergyman Jonathan Swift, Gulliver's Travels chronicles the adventures of the unluckiest sailor ever, Lemuel Gulliver, who nearly every ship he sets foot on ends up at the bottom of the ocean, and he miraculously always washes up in a new world with strange new creatures and adventures. I swear, Gulliver has as much luck choosing a boat as Dana Barrett has choosing an apartment. The most popular and the most adapted of Gulliver's adventures was the voyage to Lilliput, in which he encounters a civilization of people who are under 6 inches high. The books work on 2 levels. On one hand, they are fun fantasy adventures, and on the other, they also work as really witty political satire. So today we're gonna look at the big budget blockbuster version of Gulliver's Travels, starring Jack Black. Jack Black? Well, that's a weird choice. Hey, is he wearing a t-shirt and sneakers? So, the same thing as the Smurfs. They took a definitive period piece and placed it in modern times. Oh, jeez, forget it. Let's just get on with it. So our movie begins with Gulliver waking up in the morning to go to work. His morning routine includes showering, drinking coffee, and playing with his Star Wars toys. What? He plays with his Star Wars toys every morning? Pfft, what a man-child. Who the hell does that?
Oh no, Doctor. We're surrounded by a million cajillion vampires. What are we going to do? I don't know, Captain Kirk. What if we reverse the polarity of the neutron flow? You scruffy nerf herders, that will never work. We need backup. Hello, boys. Did somebody call for help? Obscure as Lupa. Now, excuse me, boys, while I go Cynthia Rothrock on their butt. Take this and that. Gwen Cooper's got nothing on me. All right, boys, my work here is done. Kate Hodge, grant me flight.
Mamma mia! Is he playing with his action figures again? Yep. What a dork. So Gulliver works at the mailroom for the offices of a news magazine. As he is showing his new assistant around, we are introduced to his totally out of his league love interest, Darcy, played by Amanda Peet.
Well, why don't you just ask her out?
Oh, you don't think I could ask her out?
No.
Dude, I could ask her out whenever, wherever. Next time I see her, I will.
Hold on. Hi again.
Oh, hey, Darcy. I just remembered I get claustrophobic in elevators.
How's your day going?
Really good. Just really, really good.
What are you doing this weekend?
So much stuff. Just gonna be, you know, a bunch of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Have a good one.
You too.
Later that evening, Gulliver sadly finds out that the kid that he was training was not his new assistant, but his new supervisor.
Look, Gulliver, the reason you didn't ask her out, and you never will, is the same reason that you're not going to leave the mailroom. When you've been here like 10 years, man, you know, you peaked. mean, you talk a big game, and that can be fun sometimes. And you're pretty funny around the office, but that's all you are, is just talk. So you might as well face it. You're never really gonna get any bigger than this.
We interrupt this program to let you know that what you just heard was a very important plot point. Thank you!
After getting a reality check from his new boss, Gulliver tries to ask Darcy out again.
You seem a little nervous. Are you all right?
No, I'm fine. I'm just... I got so much going on. I wanted to pick this up. And then I was on my way.
You want to apply for a travel writing assignment?
Alright, Gulliver, there are two avenues in which you can travel here. You can either be honest and say that you accidentally grabbed the wrong papers, or you can lie like a motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
So Gulliver digs himself even deeper by claiming that he traveled all around the world and that he has writing experience. Darcy, whom I want to assume feels sorry for him, says that he'll give him a shot, as long as he turns in a writing sample the very next day. Gulliver, who couldn't write his way out of a paper bag, plagiarizes other writers' works and literally copies and pastes paragraphs together from other articles. Oh, you moron! Anybody who's ever taken a writing class knows that every writer's writing style is like a fingerprint. You can't confuse it for anybody else's. There is no way in hell that you're going to be able to fool a professional journalist.
Wow. I am so impressed, Gulliver. I had no idea you were such a good writer. And you exhibit such variety. I mean, this one about Oaxaca feels really classic, like it came straight out of Frommer's, whereas the description of Barcelona is all sassy. It's like I'm reading Time Out.
Oh, come on! This is almost as stupid as coming out with Avengers Cologne. They actually came out with Avengers Cologne? Hey, my credit card's on the table. Can you hook me up with the Captain America kind? Thank you. What, like you don't want to smell like a real American hero? So to start him out, Darcy gives Gulliver an assignment to write an article in the Bermuda Triangle. So Gulliver rents a boat and sets off.
Yeah. How to build your own robot.
This is yet another important plot point. Thank you.
Soon, Gulliver's GPS goes haywire, along with the weather. What the hell is that?
Maelstrom!
Is that a hole? It's a vortex?
Shut up, Brainy! So just like in the book, Gulliver wakes up in Lilliput, where he finds himself tied down by the Lilliputians. And holy shit, those special effects look awesome. And hey, I am the first guy to harp on CG, but this looks amazing! Look at their scale, the size differential, all blended together perfectly without being distracting.
Alright, boys, release the hookers!
Oh, hey, don't pull on those, buddy. Oh god, no. Oh god!
Unlucky.
Someone call a veterinarian!
I can't bear to look. Wait, what, are you cutting away? How did they subdue him and why is he knocked out? Did the guy that went up his ass knock him out? Because if so, that is one committed soldier. So the leader of the Lilliputian army, General Edward, takes Gulliver to the city of Lilliput on a giant wooden cart. Why would they have that? And it rises? So they custom build a giant wooden slab overnight? You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna assume they already had that for construction work or something. So General Edward presents Gulliver to the king, who's played by Billy Connolly! Fuck yeah! And we also meet the princess, played by Emily Blunt. Hey, she's pretty awesome too. I wonder who plays the queen. Catherine Tate! Oh, are you guys expecting me to go on a fanboy frenzy? Well, as much as I love Catherine Tate, I only go on fanboy frenzies for one woman, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Ah! See how you like it.
So somehow they managed to put Gulliver in the dungeon, where he meets Horatio, played by Jason Segel, who was incarcerated for attempting to court the princess, which apparently is illegal for a commoner to do so.
To legally court a woman of her stature, one must commit a valiant action, and this is
virtually impossible as a commoner.
This is yet another very important plot point. Thank you, that is all.
Wait, they have Gulliver chained up, so they just happen to have giant chains and manacles just laying around? You know, these coincidences are starting to get a little hard to... What the fuck, bunnies? Okay, there is no way they just happen to have a giant S&M truss just lying around. I demand an explanation.
We are the finest builders in all the land. We could build you anything. Seriously, we are ridiculously good builders.
Inconceivable.
And another thing, what exactly is stopping Gulliver from going Bruce Campbell on those little bastards?
You lousy little...
So while General Edward is farting around with Gulliver, the sworn enemies of the Lilliputians, the Bluefusians, attack the castle in an effort to kidnap the princess.
Oh no! The Bluefusians! Do not kidnap me! It is too late.
You are kidnapped.
I am kidnapped.
What are you, the narrator? Keys to the cuffs.
Horatio sets Gulliver free and he rescues the princess, but the castle is set ablaze and the king and his aide are trapped inside. Alright guys, try not to panic. There's a huge body of water right next to the city, and there's a pond right behind the palace. All Gulliver has to do is reach in there with his two giant hands and grab a couple of handfuls. What are you doing?
Don't look.
Oh God, why? Oh no.
Father! You look glorious. Oh.
Thank you, my dear.
Congratulations, Jack Black. You've managed to humiliate Billy Connolly even more than Garfield too.
Trousers! Pop over and have a look at you.
After demonstrating his pea power, the king agrees to reward Gulliver. All Gulliver asks in return is to have Horatio freed from the dungeon and for the Lilliputians to build him a place to live. Judging by the approximate size of the Lilliputians, I estimate that it would take them between 9 months to a year to build a structure big enough to house Gulliver. What? 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 Alright, allow me to put this into perspective with an example. Let's take the Empire State Building. Not only one of the tallest buildings in the world, but it holds the distinction of being built in record time. In spite of this, it still took over 3,400 workers and just under 15 months to complete it. So basically what I'm trying to say is that what we were just shown was absolute, relentless, unadulterated, pitiless bullshit! Gulliver begins to be corrupted by fame, as he shamefully has the Lilliputians serve him, pamper him, and even act out scenes from his favorite movies, which Gulliver claims are events from his own life.
You told me you killed him.
No, Gulliver. I am your father.
No way.
This is an impossibility. Yet somehow it seems completely inevitable.
Now, I will admit that the scenes where they make fun of other movies are actually pretty funny, but honestly, all they do is make me wish that I was watching those other movies. And on top of that, they make Gulliver look like a total jerk, and they make me like him even less.
The Titanic is sinking.
But it was meant to be unsinkable.
I'm sorry. You mean to say that you actually died in this shipwreck?
Yeah, I died.
That's what you're telling us, that you actually died.
But I was resuscitated.
It's preposterous.
No, but then I survived.
It's ridiculous.
Well, you have to see
But
the
you're
sequel.
okay now. It's silly. It's silly.
Meanwhile, Gulliver helps Horatio court the princess.
You don't have to be rich to be my girl. Say it.
You don't have to be rich to be my girl.
You don't have to be cool to rule my world.
You don't have to be cool to rule my world.
Horatio, these passionate words could get us into trouble.
There's no particular sign I'm more compatible with.
There's no particular sign that I'm more compatible with.
I just want your extra time and your kiss. Look at my dance now.
I think I'd better dance now.
Look at the dance now. Put more mustard on it, baby. Yeah, feel it.
Okay, two things. Firstly, you guys do understand that it wasn't the lyrics of Prince's songs that drove the girls nuts. It was Prince himself. And I don't know what the hell that was, but it most certainly wasn't the mating dance. This is the mating dance.
Wiggle, 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 yeah.
Sick of all the Gulliver worship, Edward lowers the Lilliputians' defenses so the Blue Fusions can attack. The king quickly dispatches Gulliver to vanquish them all. Unhappy with the Blue Fusion's failure, Edward decides to take matters into his own hands.
Make a move.
Oh, what happened? Why was I on the floor? Was Sarah Michelle Gellar here? So long story short, Mecha Edward defeats Gulliver and forces him to confess that he was lying about all of his amazing deeds.
You cannot surrender. You are our most glorious protector.
You're President the Awesome.
And you and Captain Sparrow defeated the Joker and Magneto.
And you and Jack Bauer had only 24 hours to do it.
Okay, that's pretty damn funny. And of course, according to movie law, this means that all the good guys now hate him because he lied. So they allow Edward to vanish Gulliver to the Forbidden Island, to which the Lilliputians never go, which turns out to be Brobdingnag, the island of the giants? But Gulliver doesn't go there until the second book. You know what? Counting the scene where he's tied up and the one where he's dragging the boats away, this movie has technically only resembled the books for about 8 seconds of its running time, so why the hell am I complaining?
Okay, we're kissing. Oh, gentler, let's just hold hands or something. Yeah.
Sup? What kind of toy are you? Top Gun G.I. Joe? Cool detail.
But the plot thickens, as due to Gulliver never returning home with his Bermuda Triangle story, Darcy is forced to take the assignment herself and ends up in Lilliput, where she is captured. Horatio quickly heads to the Forbidden Island to inform Gulliver of this development.
Come on, I'm your best friend. I wouldn't lie to you. You can do this. So take off that dress and let's get out of here.
Alright, it's time to nut up or shut up. Gulliver goes to rescue Darcy, but it turns out that all the lies about his heroics have gotten back to her.
You told him I'm your one true love?
Is now a good or bad time to tell you about the crush I've had on you for the last 5 years?
Is that why you always bring the mail cart around, but none of the mail's for me?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of
creepy.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of sweet.
What the hell is wrong with the women in this movie?
Oh, what beauty emanates from your lips.
So Gulliver has a plan to defeat Edward and set everything right. But to achieve this, he must agree to another duel with Mecha Edward.
And thus, the ultimate battle ensues, pitting man versus machine. A battle so large and so epic, it must be fought on 2 fronts. A battle so magnanimous that the most unorthodox of tactics must be employed.
Boosh! Now that's a wedgie.
Wow, that was a pretty solid climax.
Oh!
Nobody move!
Oh no, the princess!
Enough with the kidnappings! Boosh!
You know, that was pretty awesome. Not to mention kinda cute. But I just have one tiny little question. Why in the fuck didn't you do that when the Blue Fusions try to kidnap you at the beginning of the movie? Oh well, screw it. At least the final battle was pretty epic.
Prepare for war! Seriously, war? Why do war? What is it good for? Absolutely not!
Wow! Yeah! What is it good for?
Absolutely not!
Say it again, y'all. War! Good God, y'all! What is it good for?
I find it good for absolutely nil!
I can't give life. You can only take it away. Ah! Good God, y'all. What is it good for?
But how did they know the words and how did they know the choreography? And I just... Happily ever after, kiss the girl, blah blah blah, who gives a shit. This movie is garishly gullible gutter gunk. Outside of hardcore Jack Black fans, I'm not exactly sure what the audience for this movie was supposed to be. Cause it's too vulgar for children and it's too juvenile for adults. This movie really plays to Jack Black's strengths, and it contains every single one of his trademarks. It's pretty much a tribute to the guy, in the same manner that My Name is Bruce is a tribute to Bruce Campbell. The difference is that My Name is Bruce contained an original story, all the while this movie fucked Jonathan Swift's book into a whole new shape. This is not Gulliver's Travels, it's a parody of Gulliver's Travels. And I don't have a problem with parodies, after all, I'm a parodist myself. If you're going to make a parody, have the common decency not to disguise it as a faithful adaptation of the original work, because that is a blatant slap to all of us who were fans of the source material. Now, I do believe that they chose a genuinely great cast for this movie. However, I still feel they could have made better use of Billy Connolly and Catherine Tate, who are two of the greatest comedic actors out there, and they barely got a chance to shine in this movie. With all that put aside, if this movie has one major flaw, it's the writing. This is some of the laziest fucking writing ever. Just ignoring the plethora of elements that they ignored from the book, it really seems like they just wanted to cram as much cool shit into the movie as possible, but they didn't want to go through the trouble of explaining any of it. Ultra fast building, a musical number, a robot, no explanation. And cramming other popular things like Star Wars and Kiss into Jonathan Swift's work just shows how little confidence they had in the source material. Now, if you want me to recommend a few movies that are actually more faithful to the books, Max Fleischer's animated version is pretty good. A lot of the political satire is either gone or downplayed. The made-for-TV movie starring Ted Danson is also pretty good, but it's pretty long, so you might want to save that one for a rainy day. So if you're looking for a cheap laugh, and I'm talking Goodwill cheap, feel free to check out this movie. But if you're looking for adventure, fantasy, and clever social commentary, the books are still the best bet. Fum 5 fee. I smell the plastic of a DVD.
Rock!